vacation. Who doesn't like a vacation? It's time away from work, away from daily burdens. But if your work involves you being on call, I'm sorry for your loss. Where was I? Right, vacation. When you think of vacation, you think of traveling overseas as a short getaway, which then begs the question. Would you rather go free and easy or follow a tour group? Well, at a glance, going free and easy, going wherever your heart brings you, planning your own holiday might seem like the cheaper option, and it might be at first, but depending on what you want to see, eat, transportation, lodging, the cost can quickly pile up. So, decisions were made and a reservation with a certain tour agency was placed. Fukuoka, mid of March, 2025, current time 8 AM, Fukuoka Airport. Current temperature 7 degrees Celsius, 44 degrees Fahrenheit, and day 1 of my vacation. So begins the almost 3-hour drive to the lunch location, an udon restaurant called, please forgive me if I'm wrong, Seiyoshichaya. But first, a rest stop at Yamada Service Area. The first taste of shopping in Japan, and a bunch of the people in the tour group immediately bought soft serve ice cream. Come to think of it, I didn't eat a lot of soft serve, which is a damn shame, but to be fair, I ate lots of different foods, which kind of makes up for it. After the short rest came an almost 2-hour drive to the lunch location, and the tour guide somehow managed to have enough content to talk about for that amount of time. I took a lot of 30-second clips, but not all of them will make it into the eventual montage because, well, simply put, my video taking skills are just not great. Lunch was at an udon restaurant called Seiyoshichaya, with an assortment of little dishes and spicy pork grilling away on our own personal hot plate. There was a bit of time after lunch, so we took a look in the nearby mini supermarket, Marumiya store. Of course, I have to stop to admire the mountain range first. The drive from the lunch area to the drop-off point was surprisingly short. But during that short time frame, it started snowing in the middle of March. Is that normal? I don't have 4 seasons back home, so I don't actually know. First proper tourist stop, Lake Kinrin. Lake Kinrin's name came from a Confucian scholar who saw some fish jumping in the lake, their scales shining golden in the light of the setting sun. He then decided to name the lake Golden Scale Lake or Kinrin Lake. Spring water from within the grounds of nearby shrines from the bottom of the lake, as well as hot spring water from the nearby river, flows into Lake Kinrin, causing it to be slightly warmer from those of other lakes. Because of this, you can sometimes see steam coming off the surface of the lake on colder days. After some walking around the lake, we badly needed some warmth, so we went into the nearby shops. There, I bought the first souvenir of the trip, a spectacle case. Very cute, very demure. Next, we spent about an hour walking around the Yufuin area, looking around at the scenery and just glancing around at the various shops. There were lots of food stalls, but we didn't stop to buy anything. Downsides to having a small stomach capacity. As it turns out, my camera angle was too high and I ended up filming most of the sky, so lots of footage turned out unusable. But I'll make do with what I have. Here we have the Yufuin Floral Village, which is a mini theme park with an old English countryside town vibe. There were a lot of Ghibli related things, but I didn't buy anything here. There were also animal cafes such as a cat cafe and owl cafe, but we didn't go in due to lack of time. If I came back to visit, I'll definitely want to take my time looking around. There were also little enclosures with animals such as squirrels, goats, and ducks. I think you can pay to feed them, but I didn't do that. There's a lot of things I didn't do, huh? I didn't get that much sleep on the plane, so I was slipping in and out of wakefulness. The tour guide was talking about the general itinerary, then about a personal story which got some laughs from the group. Then occurred to me how VTubing, or rather streaming, are somewhat similar, talking about what's currently going on, what you're doing, but also tossing in a couple personal anecdotes to keep the interest from slipping. Here we are at the House of Beppu. The House of Beppu consists of 7 areas or 7 hells, each with their own distinctive characteristics. Oniyama Jigoku, Mountain Demon Hell, where crocodiles are bred and kept. Shiraike Jigoku, or White Pond Hell. It gets its name from its featured pond of hot, milky white water. Kamado Jigoku, or Cooking Pot Hell. It has a few boiling hot ponds which visitors can drink the water from, enjoy hand and foot baths, and enjoy snacks steamed and cooked by the hot springs. Oni Ishibozu Jigoku, Rock Monk Hell. It's named after the mud bubbles which emerge from boiling mud pools and look like the shaven heads of monks. Here, you can enjoy a foot bath, and there seems to be a public bath nearby as well. Chinoike Jigoku, Blood Pond Hell. The main feature is the vibrantly red pond, which gets its color from red mud containing iron oxide, magnesium oxide, and other materials. Tatsumaki Jigoku, Geyser Hell. True to its name, it features a geyser which erupts every 30 to 40 minutes, lasting around 6 to 10 minutes each time. A concrete roof was added to prevent the geyser from shooting up too high in the air, and without it, the geyser apparently has the potential to reach 30 meters or 98 feet. We unfortunately only went to Jigoku on this trip due to lack of time, but I'll definitely want to come back and visit given the chance. Jigoku, or Sea Hell if translated, was given its name because of its bright blue colour. There was steam everywhere and the effect was really cool, if not blinding because I could barely see in front of me. The steam was that dense. There were also other little things like a little shrine and an area to rinse your hands. I think this one has cold water. There was an area that had a pond similar to the one in Chinoike Jigoku, but I imagine the one here was way smaller. I have a bit of time here, so let me talk a bit about the hotel since I don't have any footage of it. It's about a 15-minute drive away from the hills of Beppu, and it was barely a 5 minutes walk away from a public onsen with an attached sand bath. You're supposed to bury yourself in the sand and let the sand warm your body up, or something. The only thing I got out of it was a very sandy body, so that left much to be desired. The hot spring after was really nice though, so that was a very satisfying end to the first day. Even though there was still some snow around on the ground, we were lucky enough to spot a few early sakura. I was quite looking forward to seeing them, so seeing them made me happy. There was also an area where you could soak your feet, but I just dipped my hands in. Very nice for a cold day like this. I didn't realize this until we were leaving, but there was a store selling these mini steamed manju things near the entrance, which appeared on episode 851 of Detective Conan. The Beppu area was featured in episode 851 and 852, including places like Umitamago Aquarium and Takasakiyama Zoo, where you can walk amongst Japanese macaques. This has been Masa, and I will see you all next time.